Hey Arkham, New Jersey, it's Matthew Lacasio back with another weekly edition of helpful health tips and exercises for you guys. As you hopefully know by now, if you watched last week's video, we are in September. When it was raining. I'm not going to do Earth, Wind, and Fire to you. I'm not going to do that. No, they don't pay me enough to ruin your eardrums. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, having a great month. And again, our theme for the month is balance exercises or core strengthening, which are balance adjacent muscles from a seated position. As you know, last month we did standing balance exercises. So now we're doing seated ones so that, if you don't have the ability or you don't feel comfortable standing, you can still work those core and those stability muscles that are so important. So we did crunches last week from a seated position. And again, I want to stress that whatever you're sitting in, make sure it's stable, make sure it doesn't move or shake or can fall or you can topple over in it. Listen to my guidelines as far as restricting movement with this so that you don't lose your balance even from a seated position. And as always, if you don't feel safe doing the exercise, don't do it. Wait for next week's. Wait for one you do feel comfortable with. Or you can reach out to us at IHT and we'll give you an exercise that's more proper for you. Again, info@inhometrainermatt.com is the email, inhometrainermatt.com through the contact portal, or 908-875-3241 is the telephone number. Feel free to reach out to us. With that being said, so I just mentioned we did crunches last time. Now we're going to work on crunches, focus on the front of your abdominal muscles. They really work everything, but mainly the front. Now we're going to work on the sides, what are called the oblique muscles. So what we're going to do, I'm going to scooch back just a little bit here so you can see me. We're still going to cross our hands over the front here because this is the best way to ensure we don't pull on our neck while doing this, and that we're keeping our hands in a position to keep our body centered. Balance centered. If you're off to one side or another, it's not good. If you're off too much front, too much back, not good. Okay, so what we're going to do, now that we have our hands in a clock-like motion, again, make sure your feet are grounded, make sure you're able to do that, and we are going to slowly turn in a clockwise position, or is this counterclockwise? No, this is clockwise. Whichever way it is. It doesn't matter, you're going to switch at some point. We are going to do small oblique circles. So what I'm doing, I'm going a little to my left, a little forward, a little to my right, and a little back. Now to the left and a little forward. Look how small this movement is. A little to the right, a little back, a little forward, and to the left, a little to the right, and back. See that? Circles. Circles, circles, circles. Small circles. The smaller you do them, the more you're going to be using your obliques to control this movement. Try to focus on them. Try to keep them tight. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's do 10 to 12 in one direction. I'm going to say this is 10. I haven't been counting because I'm talking to you, but please do count at home. So we'll say this one's 10. Again, nice and slow. Slow and small circles. Remember that. 2 S's. Slow and small circles. 2 S's and a C. All right, now we're going to go the opposite, counterclockwise. So now we're going to go back to the right, up. That way, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward. Keep those circles small. Keep your abs tight. Use those obliques, the side of your abs. Feel like you're using those to control your movement, not your lower back, not your arms. If you're doing it like this, you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it like this, you're doing it wrong. Small circles using these muscles to control your movement. How do you use those? Trust me. Just focus on them. It's weird. It's how the brain works. Tell your brain to use the side of your abs to control the movement. It's going to do it. I promise. It's not David Blaine. It's not magic. It's physiology. Though I would take credit for being a magician. I bet I could be better than David Blaine. At least I could be in the discussion. You'll notice one side's probably easier than the other. It's left brain, right brain stuff. Just focus as much as you can. Try to keep focused, even through my nonsensical talking. Focus on using the right muscles, small and slow circles. And if you can do it in front of a mirror or a camera like this, even better. Keep centered, not too far back, not too far forward. Let's do one more here. Again, I'm going to assume that's 10. I may be off, but that's because I'm talking to you. Make sure you keep count at home. You want to do even amount on each side. I would stick to 10 to 12, and you could always, again, do more sets from there. See how you feel the next day before deciding next time to go up in reps, because you can end up feeling it in your lower back if you do too many. We want to keep the emphasis on those ab muscles and the obliques. Hope you enjoyed that. Be very careful with those. If you don't feel comfortable, reach out to us or wait till the next video. Other than that, have a great night, and we will see you next week with a new exercise. Thanks, Art.